And I'm back. Went to the bathroom and let the dog out. Let's continue. Oh, that's awesome. Dead teenager missing eyes.
Don't leave me! What have you done with him?
What? Whoa. Hi.
One little duck went out one day.
I hear you. This place is fucking terrifying. Holy shit. Okay, those are the stamps. That looks like blood spatter. Whoa. Okay, we're going in the basement. Looks like a whorehouse.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I'm a horrible mother. Where is he?
Why did I turn my light off?
Leave me alone!
Why did I turn my light off? Thank you, Helper Boost. Okay, another one of these. Nightmare Circus. The circus burns to the ground on opening night, killing dozens. The owner is put to death by an enraged mob of townsfolk, just as he shouts out a curse. Now Raven, a dark soul wanderer, comes to the ruins at dusk in search of his missing letter. Let the show begin. Okay, sounds a lot like what I'm doing. These pictures are weird.
After they let me out, they gave me Callum back and sent me home with a handful of breadcrumbs. Home, bittersweet home. I barely recognized it. Where there had been color and light, there were shadows and regrets. Where there had been warmth, there was a bone-deep coldness that never went away. I tried my hardest to keep the ghosts at bay. Don, watching from the dusty corners while I tried to teach his son to read. My father, coldly assessing me and finding me lacking. I devoted myself to Callum, did the things that they told me. It will get better, they said. Every day will be a little better than the last. I'm in the woods now, lost and afraid. Things never got any better.
Okay, so is this my house? Did I jump from horror house into even more horrible house? Okay, so we lost power. Disconnect notice. After multiple attempts to collect payment, we regret to inform you that your service has been disconnected or will be disconnected shortly. Please do the following. Make the payment listed on your last bill. Contact us at fake number 555-7868 and we can arrange a payment plan so you can immediately be reconnected. If you believe that this is an error, call us on 555-7869 to discuss your options. If you are unable to make payment, please contact your local welfare office to discuss a placement for you and your loved ones. Winter in Maine is cold and brutal. Don't face it without electricity. Okay, so we're in Maine. What is this? A shocking true story. Hunger. True story of the Donners. On April 16th, 1846, a group of covered wagons began the 2,500-mile journey to California. Just 8 months later, they found themselves stranded in the Sierra Nevada mountains with very little to buy or sup. What? It was to become one of the greatest tragedies of westward migration that the world has ever seen. Now, our panel of Donner experts... Donner Pass! I know that pass. My parents have been there. There's a really weird story about that, too, but I will not talk about it here. Now, our panel of Donner experts have uncovered compelling evidence that the families were forced to resort to cannibalism in order to survive that terrible winter. In this never-before-seen expose, read about expose, however you want to say it. Read about how the Donner children were forced to eat their brothers and sisters in order to survive. All here in the pages of this shocking true story. Yeah, Donner's Pass is where a whole bunch of people tried to go through a pass in the middle of winter, and they got trapped, and they needed to basically eat each other to survive.
Show yourself!
So I'm facing my inner demons, apparently. A. Or C or G. Am I in the psychiatric ward? Because that looks like windows that they would use. Oh, how funny would it be if you could play Rubik's Cube in this game? Mommy, me, and car. That's cute. I love you from Callum. Aw. Oh hey, Hansel and Gretel and the Witch. And hopefully empty coffee mug. I'm guessing that's the father ghost with a wand. The wilting. Okay. With this novel, Susan Anscombe cements her place as one of the most important science fiction writers of a generation. The wilting. A solar flare has struck the Earth. Millions of people are uprooted from their homes. A young meteorologist searches desperately for a way to stop global overheating. Fancy term for global warming. And an exotic dancer named Chance O'Hara is the key to saving the world. Again. Dynamic, exciting, bombastic. Everything we've come to expect from the Anscombe novel. Chance O'Hara is back, and you better believe that she's bigger, better, and bolder than ever. Okay, so... I wonder if I took those numbers, would it actually bring me to a book? I'm actually going to Google this right now, because I'm curious. So please hold. Holding pattern. The wilting. Susan Anscombe. Nope. Do not see anything. That's awesome. Still. I feel like I've seen those names before. Read shopping list. Milk, cheese, bread, butter, corn, potatoes, apples, fish sticks. Remember, drop off Calvin. Electricity fill, fix faucet. Yeah, I live in a decrepit Brooklyn or Boston area. Examine rich. Okay. So can I, like, do something with it? Why can't I examine a wrench? Okay, I'm just confused.
Give it to me!
What am I wearing on my head? Am I the only one seeing this? What's that on my left side? Man, this looks like college. Man, these devices are old as shit.
Stop!
Okay, this looks like a love den. Miss Mallard, as we agreed in our meeting today, we consider you fully recovered from your illness. This letter is official notification that you are considered sound of mind and body and may return to work at any time. Please note that you should discontinue any medication that you have been using and dispose of any remaining medications. If you feel at any time that you are suffering a relapse, then please make contact with your local physician immediately. We wish you continued good health. Dr. Spencer Stonewich Medical. Lorraine. Oh gosh. I received your letter and I'm quite surprised. You ran off with your father all those years ago, then disappeared off the edge of the map, and then when I finally tracked you down, refused to answer any of my letters. Now you're right to me asking for help. I have another family now and another life. Your father was a horrible man, and I regret the years that I wasted with him. I loved you, I truly did, but every year you grew more and more like him. You were his girl, never really mine. Still, I would have fought for custody if you hadn't run away with him. It broke my heart, but I needed to go on living. I can't let you back into my life without picking open old wounds. I'm sorry, Lorraine, but I just can't do it. Maybe one day it'll be easier and I can meet Callum. But not yet. I am not ready to forgive you. Please don't contact me again. Karen. So I'm guessing this is a letter from her mother, or my mother in this case. Not my actual mother, the character's mother that I'm currently playing.
What have you done with him?
Who's that? Okay, so it's almost 9 o'clock. Apparently, mommy is everywhere with this child. I really like that chandelier. Okay. Not sure why I can suddenly examine so many things. And that flashlight would be useful. Oh my gosh, okay. Mallard Lorraine Kimberly. Day of committal. October 17th, 1977. Day of discharge, October 11th. No, November 10th, 1977. So I was there almost a month. Lorraine seems to be suffering from depression that began early in her pregnancy. Our discussions have made it obvious that these episodes stem from the grief of losing her partner, Dawn, who died about 6 months ago. There are also several unresolved issues with her father. After being kept under careful observation, we provided standard treatment for this disorder, including electroconvulsion therapy. So we did electroshock, really? The patient responded and made a rapid recovery. Aftercare recommendations, weekly follow-up with the local physicians, mood stabilizers, lithium-based. Awesome. Discharge instructions. Lorraine has a newborn son, Callum, who was placed in foster care shortly after birth when Lorraine displayed symptoms of disorientation and depression. It is our judgment that Lorraine is fit to have her son returned to her as long as she follows her recommended aftercare routine and continues with her medication. We have faith that she will be an effective caregiver. Lorraine has her own housing and her employer, Susie, has said that she is welcome to return to her shifts at the diner. Norma Creed, Twin Peaks reference. A local woman has offered to care for Callum while Lorraine works. It is with this support network in mind that we feel confident releasing Lorraine from this institution. Medication instructions. A prescription for Zolift that can be filled at Flagg's Pharmacy in Kingsmouth. She's been advised to start with a 50 milligram dose and then, based on the advice of her doctor, to increase the medication as needed. Even though it told me earlier to stop taking medications. So which one did I follow? Oh Jesus, okay. I'm guessing this is a law thing? Miss Mallard, our inquiry into the estate of Mr. Donald Williams has been completed. We regret to inform you that the primary beneficiaries of his estate, including the life insurance settlement for accidental death, were listed as Rose Williams and Richard Williams of New York State, the deceased parents. Our agency made contact with Mr. and Mrs. Williams and explained their situation, especially as regards to the birth of Donald's son, Callum. Unfortunately, they were not receptive to our overtures, and they specified that without any legal proof of a biological relationship, they considered you ineligible to receive any of the monies from Donald's estate. They have asked that we no longer contact them regarding this matter. I understand that this may have a negative impact on your current financial situation, and I hope that I am not being too forward when I enclose the bill for our services with this letter. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Edward Stapleton, attorney. Awesome. So, giving a lot of backstory. I suddenly feel like I'm in PT. So what did I do? Did I kill my son? Oh, back in this hallway. Definitely back in this hallway.
Don't leave me!
Okay, I'm back in PT for some reason. Nightmare Circus. The park, it was a waiting on a child for taken, using joy for baiting while their mother's mind is breaking. Analgesia win. What? Soul lift. Okay. Lorraine, things aren't right between us at the moment. I know. I want to try and explain it. I think it is because I am so far from home and I'm working so hard. Every day working at the park, it gets worse, like a spring inside my mind, winding tighter and tighter and tighter. When we go for drinks after work, it gets a little better. The guys relax and we laugh and we're good people again. I don't want to come home to you without being in my right mind, but when this job is done, we need to get out of this place. We need to go back to the city, where I don't feel like this anymore. I love you, Donald. P.S. I was thinking about names for boys and girls. I like Callum for a boy, and Emma if it is a girl. That is so fucking sad. So, this guy's letter that I've been reading is the owner. Disconnect notice. Whoa. Okay, this is different. In the spring of 1933, in the Soviet Ukraine, entire populations found themselves without food. Over the course of the coming months, the situation grew critical and reports of mass malnutrition began to filter into the upper echelons of government. The people had been left with very little to buy or sell. It has become one of the greatest tragedies of mass starvation that the world has